Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up, guys? Russell Babbitt here. This is going to be, as far as I can tell, number 6, and we're doing a little bit about the coronavirus. First thing we're going to do is watch a video here from Awaken with JP. This guy is great. He's probably one of the funniest people I've come across in the truth community. He does some great truth comedy and some epic sarcasm. So let's hear what JP has to say.
Hi, I'm JP Sears. You're about to learn everything you need to know about the coronavirus outbreak. Now, I don't have a medical degree, but I identify as a doctor. It's who I am. So don't question it or else you're a hateful Nazi. Moving along. The best way to deal with a scary virus is to panic unnecessarily. I'll teach you how to elevate your panic to ineffectively frightening levels, but first, a few facts about the coronavirus that you'll want to know. Fact 1. It's definitely going to kill you. Fact 2. There's no way to avoid it. Get your affairs in order. Fact 3. There's 2 strains of the coronavirus. There's 2 strains of the coronavirus. The most common is where you start day drinking at 8 a.m. with America's favorite Mexican beer. After 8 hours in the sun and no food in your system, you're clinically infected with the coronavirus. I don't recommend this practice, but I always do it. The second strain is an actual virus that's far less deadly than the flu, yet incites 300,000 times more fear. It's thought to have originated in Wuhan, China. Fact 4. Chinese suppression. Now, China arrested one of their doctors who warned that a coronavirus outbreak was coming. The Chinese government is more concerned with controlling their people than they are with informing their people. Disgusting communists. Epstein didn't kill himself. Luckily, the American government is more concerned with scaring their people than they are with informing their people. So in America, you get nothing but clickbait headlines about the coronavirus that inflict fear and stress onto you, which is questionably worse for your health than if you were actually infected with the virus. But what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger and more American. Fact 5. It spreads via airborne droplets of infected fluid. That means masks aren't just for surgeons and Asians anymore. They're also for Caucasians and potentially other races that want to look like a germaphobe and not die of a coronavirus infection. It also means receiving golden showers from infected mules is not recommended until things are more under control. Fact 6. Discrimination. Discrimination is happening. Now, all across America, Chinese Americans are being discriminated against with people assuming they're infected. It's like it's 1980 again and Asians are the new gays. This unfair discrimination is called xenophobia. Xenophobia is a righteous social justice warrior term that means good old-fashioned racism. The coronavirus is proving to be a popular excuse for Americans that don't like Chinese to not like Chinese. Fact 7. Treatments. There's ridiculous claims that bogus treatments like drinking bleach and vaccines can cure you. That's ludicrous. Everyone in the natural healing community knows the only cures for a coronavirus infection are saging, white light, and healing crystals. Breaking news. As an American, new findings suggest that owning an arsenal of assault rifles will help protect you from pathogenic invaders like the coronavirus. Hashtag Second Amendment. Fact 8. Political correctness. It's politically incorrect to try to prevent yourself from being infected by the coronavirus because it's insensitive and uninclusive to people who have been infected by the virus. Don't hate. With that said, the only other thing that can protect you from the coronavirus is more panic. Anyone with any common sense knows that a situation with a low level of risk is made more interesting and seems more dangerous with a high level of panic. Based on scientific studies that have been published on the back of Frosted Flakes boxes, panic's been shown to boost your immune system, make you happier, and potentially scare away all viruses. Aside from making your life better, you'll also think clearer and make better decisions when panicking, which are helpful faculties to have when you're facing a life and death situation. So how can you achieve higher levels of panic? First, believe that how you feel after watching the news or reading clickbait headlines about the coronavirus is how you should feel. The mass media is always out for your best interest. They have no vested interest in creating fear-mongering stories and clickbait headlines because they don't know that fear is what creates clicks on their stories to get people to see the advertisements contained in their stories, which fund their profits. They don't really know how their business works. They just want to make your life better because they've never said otherwise. Secondly, to elevate your panic to more effective levels, you want to put things in perspective. Like to date, less than 500 people have died from the coronavirus, and 1,700 people die every day from the flu worldwide, or over 600,000 per year. There's 3,287 deaths in car accidents every day, or 1.2 million per year. And 1.2 million people drown in swimming pools every year. Does that mean in comparison you should panic less about the coronavirus? Absolutely not. It means you should panic more about the flu, riding in a car, and going swimming. But also, heart disease kills 93 times more people every day than have ever died of the coronavirus. So it means you should be even more terrified of your own heart. Some people believe the heart is a virus itself. Also panic about the weather. 782 people die every year of the weather, which is more people than have ever died of the coronavirus. With these insights, you'll be able to achieve higher levels of panic over the coronavirus than you ever thought possible. Enjoy. Oh, look at this, a letter from a viewer. JP, there's nothing funny about the coronavirus, you insensitive jerk. And there's nothing funny about your anger either. So go yourself. Thank you for watching. Now, as you can tell by my forensics on the coronavirus, subscribing to my YouTube channel will probably cure you of something. So you might want to do that. And also check out the link in the description for my upcoming live comedy show tour schedule. I'm coming at you like the coronavirus. Can't be stopped.
Okay, guys, so that was Awaken with JP, and I really encourage you to go check out his channel. He's got some really funny comedy stuff. So I wanted to start it out on a little bit lighter note, and now we're gonna chop it up and get real. Things currently, to me personally, look like they're totally about to be ushered into a higher level of fuckery than we've seen in a long time. The type of martial law, saber rattling, and war drum banging that's going on, and then the type of legislation, all these quarantines, and all of this stuff is it only goes one direction unless people just stop getting this, whatever it is, if it's even a thing, if it's even not just like a really bad flu or something. It only goes one direction. It's like the law of entropy is in effect, and they've started to unwind this freedom that we have to the point where they're like, this thing's not even really killing hardly anybody, but you guys can't. They're banning large gatherings in a lot of places, or they're at least not having them or approving permits for them. And Jamie Lee at A Plain Truth pointed out that they're banning protest by banning large gatherings. It's not like we can bang a drum and get together loud enough on Facebook to wake the people that really need to wake up. We have to go out in the street and march together or go do something, go have a flat earth picnic at a park or something. It's not really effective to do activism or to speak out against your government if all you do is do it online. And yeah, we can do it, you can do it with somebody you meet at the grocery store, but I often feel like I'm like mind raping them. So somebody I know lost a lot of money in the stock market. And I realized that, this is for sure, there's huge financial implications to what's going on here. I've heard that the travel industry or the airline industry, maybe one or both, are going to lose $820 billion. Billion with a B, baby. That's a lot of money. Maybe it's 820 million. I don't know. We could look it up later, but I got a bunch of points here, so we'll just go with those. This is what I was thinking. This could have been market manipulation in addition to a cult ritual and a vaccine rollout agenda. The opportunity to do shorts on this for hedgies, for people in the hedge fund game and in the high risk stock trading game would be huge. It's like 9/11. Like the amount of money that you could possibly make on something like this is ridiculously high. If you're my friend on Facebook, you will have noticed I posted a meme that I made, and I think it's a great meme. It says, coronavirus is just a conspiracy to sell toilet paper. Charmin is the 14th Illuminati family. Yeah, Fritz Springmeier, you missed one, buddy. It's Charmin. Somebody said, "Oh, you mean the Koch brothers?" And I was like, "Duh, huh?" And then they showed me all these different toilet paper companies that the Koch brothers own, and it's a ton. It's a lot, but Charmin wasn't on there, and so I was like, "No, Charmin are werewolves, and the Koch brothers are vampires." It's like Twilight. So there is also supposed to be something called a plunge protection team. Now, I'm not one for details, so it's basically some type of government entity or regulating body that is supposed to come in when the markets really tank, and they're supposed to enact measures or make regulations or make provisions for that and ensure that the markets don't just plunge and bottom out. Now, I don't know, but I haven't seen them anywhere doing anything. It seems like it's plunging. It seems like there is a dead cat bounce. That is an investment term, and it basically means that if you throw a dead cat off a building on Wall Street, if you're at your hedge fund office and you're smoking a cigar, doing cocaine, sleeping with prostitutes and Thai hooker lady boys, and you take a cat and you sacrifice it to Satan or whatever, and you throw it out the window from the 100th story, it's when it hits the ground, it will bounce. It's not going to bounce very high, but it'll come back up, and it'll look like it might even be jumping up. But eventually, after a couple bounces, you're going to end up where everybody's looking at this thing going, "Oh man, that's a totally dead cat. Let's get away from that." Or like somebody, call animal control. That's a pile of dead cat. And that's what I see is happening to the stock market. I don't know how far this will go. They seem to always be threatening to crash the economy in some way. I don't know if the system, if reality will allow that somehow, or maybe they've just been putting it off forever and they're like trying to get us really scared and they will do it. But I sometimes I don't even know what the economy is. Sometimes I think it's Whopper supercomputer, like Matt at Quantum of Conscience says. And other times I think it's okay, sorry, I spaced out. Morning dabs. But here's the next one, guys. NBA suspends play. This is because one player got coronavirus It's also the same guy who said that he wasn't worried about getting the coronavirus and then went and he touched all the like windscreens of the mics of the reporters there, or I don't know if it was the windscreens or the handles, whatever, but he touched all their mics, and then he ends up being the only person in the NBA that has the coronavirus. Yeah, some would say karma's a bitch. I would say he probably stepped out of line and someone was probably like, dude, fuck you, bro. No, that's not cool. All right. So, Tom Hanks and his wife now have the coronavirus. Yeah, fucking right, first of all. But sure, why not? I'll bite. I wrote this, this little press release in my little funny little world, but Tom Hanks and his wife now have the coronavirus. The Illuminati is very concerned because there was a huge child orgy and he was shotgunning baby blood while giving blood for an extra boost. Many Illuminati members were boofing this blood and are concerned that they may now have the coronavirus. Sounds a lot crazier than it probably is. I bet you Tom Hanks does some seriously despicable sexual depravity, and God only knows. God, when you get to that level, God only knows what these people are up to. But he's been in so many movies with so much esoteric symbolism, and they're like, I mean, they could be just hiring some fucking random dog-faced pony boy to tell these lies and portray these stories or wrap these great esoteric truths in some bullshit candy cane fairy tale. But I think like if you're the main dude in the Da Vinci Code, you probably already were a member of some fraternity. I'm not sure if he's a Mason. As far as I can tell, the people in Hollywood they may not all be Masons, but they're almost all of them, it seems like, are members of some fraternities and they are beholden to some type of administrative body that's outside of their workplace. So, yeah, what else do we want to talk about? Well, I had my dog came in the other day. Daisy, she's deaf, so that probably won't work. But she came in the other day and hung out, did the podcast for a minute while I was speaking with Lindsay Sharman from Rogue Ways. And we talked about education, technology, culture manipulation, and religion more. But that was a great conversation. Go check it out if you haven't. But yeah, Daisy came up, so you guys got to see her for a second. But I'll try to get her in here on the podcast sometime because she's so cute. I love Daisy. Everybody is wondering what and where they all came from. Everybody is worried about where they're gonna go when the whole thing's done. No one knows for certain, it's all the same to me. But I choose to let the mystery be. Some say once gone, you're gone forever, and some say you're gonna come back. Some say you rest in the arms of a savior if in sinful ways you lack. Some say that they're coming back in a garden, bunch of carrots and little sweet peas. But I choose to let the mystery be. Everybody is wondering what and where they all came from. Everybody is worried about where they're gonna go when the whole thing's done. No one knows for certain, it's all the same to me. I choose to let the mystery be. Some say they're going to a place called Glory, and I ain't saying it ain't a fact. But I heard that I'm on the road to purgatory, and I don't like the sound of that. I believe in love and I live my life accordingly. But I choose to let the mystery be. Everybody is wondering what and where we all came from. Everybody is worried about where we're gonna go when the whole thing's done. No one knows for certain, it's all the same to me. But I choose to let the mystery be. Alright guys, I hope you enjoy that song as much as I do. If you want to get in touch with me, for any reason, to chat conspiracies or music, or if you want to give me things, hit me up, russellbabbittmusic@gmail.com. Don't do anything I wouldn't do on a bicycle.